Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to IGTV, and it is 10:15. We've got our Access Communications monthly update with Don Mannion, and Don is going to go over an interesting area called hosted video AVHS. Don, take it away and kind of define some of these terms so everybody knows what we're talking about here.
Yeah, the AVHS is a simple acronym just meaning Access Video Hosting Solution.
Okay.
Right now, if you think about it, if you have a traditional video management software or VMS, you're worrying about not only the software aspect, you're worrying about the network aspect, you're worrying about the PC server aspect, the client aspect. Well, right now there's a lot of companies that have gone over to the cloud mentality, where we're taking out a lot of that pieces. The storage solution, the network piece, simple things that we don't have to do this, because it really brings this cloud basically brings it down to a low cost of ownership, really, and giving you the ability to access that live video, the recording material from anywhere. And it's just as safe and secure, in most cases even more. And obviously, because now we're taking out the aspect of that server, the video management software, we're also having a minimal cost here as far as maintenance. And then the good thing is now we have such a big, wide range of network cameras on this, it makes it much easier to do. So it's really a system management for managing those cameras, for the alerts, the remote viewing, as I said, playback, recordings. So it's really basing that. How's this really different? Well, as I said, it's taking out that local serverage to manage. Unfortunately, when you get some of the lower or smaller businesses or end users trying to say, hey, guess what? Now we're going to want you to manage a video management software. Oh, what's that? I'm not too sure. Well, can you train me on that? How long's the license? Well, you're taking that all out, so it's really much more costly and easier to do on this aspect. And the good thing is, the one thing that people have to understand, traditionally when you put a video management software in, you have to configure those cameras, you have to assign the IPs, you have to, if you want remote access, you've got to open up port forwarding, things like this. With the AVHS, or the Access Video Hosting Solution, you're taking all that aspect out, because now I can take this camera that's already been registered to a server and place it anywhere as long as it has an internet connection. So if I place it one day in my child's bedroom to monitor them when they're sleeping, whatever the case may be, I have it there for a few days. Well, nope, that's not working. You know what? I think I'm going to bring it to my company. Well, I just simply, once again, get an internet connection and change that. Now, if the case is I'm remote somewhere and I want to access this camera, I simply just remote in, same thing, idea, credentials, username, password, and now I've got a complete video management solution at my fingertips using that browser. So I'm also taking out that client aspect of a software being loaded on my computer. And as I said, it's very simple. It's a great solution for, as I said, those small, medium businesses, for multi-sites, for those 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras. And there's no limit to the amount of cameras either. So it definitely makes it a lot easier on that aspect. And the good thing is the companies that are supporting us on this, basically that are providing the service, basically they get the benefit of having this solution on their company website with their company name on it. The only thing they're getting from us is basically that skin or behind the scene application from us. So as I said, once again, takes out the PC or DVR. The other thing you have to take in consideration as far as how many cameras are going to be hosted on this, it's really dependent on your connection speed of your ISP. As you add more cameras, obviously you're going to need a quicker connection on that. So
it's very interesting, Don. As I'm going through all the machinations here, I'm trying to keep up with you. It's not easy doing this whole broadcast here. So I'm trying to figure out now if I've got multiple cameras, all right, and this Access Video Hosted Service. This is a cloud service. This is what you're talking about? All right.
Correct.
All right, so this is something that I think I knew about, that Axis was considering bringing in. That's very good. I'm glad to hear about that. And obviously now they're down the road on this. There are cost savings to doing this as well. Is that correct?
Correct.
Uh,
Absolutely. Basically, you're spending a monthly subscription to these the provider, basically, and as I said, you're taking out the cost of a potential. I mean, if you get a good server grade video management software, you're going to spend roughly around $3,500 just on that. So
okay.
that's taking out that cost. Never mind the knowledge of doing it. So as well as the maintenance aspect as well.
Well, there are other concerns as well, Don, as you probably are aware of here. You know, anytime we talk about going into the cloud, we're talking about a host of other issues that come up. All right. Certainly, one of the first issues that come up is, this whole thing that we're in a global economy and everything else, and where exactly is this going to be hosted? Right now, if you told me you had a hosting service that was in Tripoli, Libya, I'd be saying, oh boy, I'm sweating bullets. All right, and not literal ones, but network bullets, if you would, because if someone takes over the building, or if it becomes bombed out, or something else happens, we've got a host of concerns here. And I just say that because Libya happens to be on the top of my mind. All right, but where is the hosted service? So what are the decisions being made there?
As far as the hosted services, there is a criteria that they have to meet. Security is obviously one of them. Obviously, HTTPS aspect like that, using that so we can encrypt that data so people aren't able to see this. Also, it depends on really the country laws and regulations. Like in Canada, it's a little different than here in the States. The Canada, they can't actually necessarily get video from across the border. So it also has to be maintained in their specific area. So it depends on that. As far as the states go, all these video hosting solutions, as far as the providers, are all here in the States.
Oh, okay. So that's my concern. Then wouldn't be an international concern if I went with this hosting service. The hosting service would be here in the U.S.
Correct.
It's very, very interesting because each one of these conversations that we have with you and others that come onto the program is connected to something else that we're doing. All right, and next month we're actually going to be getting into this whole cloud computing discussion that's out there. One of the issues that has come up, just one of them, which is a very, very interesting issue with cloud computing, is the SLAs. All right, the service level agreement, and most people are looking at the service level agreement on the way in. All right,
Mm-hmm.
whereas a lot of people are not looking at the service level agreement on the way out, assuming that there is a way out. So, that is something that our members are very interested in. When you get into the cloud, the cloud isn't for everybody. All right.
No.
But some may get into it mistakenly thinking that it is for them and not really thinking about what happens on the other end. If you decide, I'm going in, and then, 2 years later, I'm getting out. Now all of a sudden, all that information that's up on the cloud, it's got to come back.
Right.
And, there's a time and cost to that. And, just like lawyers' fees, you pay per minute. And it can become a very, very healthy exercise very, very quickly in doing that. So it's kind of interesting from that perspective. So, we want everybody to kind of think about, cloud computing and think about whether or not it really is suited for them, for their enterprise, all right, and for whatever the operation is that they're throwing it on, all right, or that they're throwing up on it. So whether it's IP video or data or some other type of remote storage, all right, they've always got to remember that it's up in the cloud somewhere, and they may someday have to get it back. They may even have to do that under a legal exercise, going to court or something like that. So all of this has to be put under consideration. I didn't mean to occupy that part of the segment, Don, but those concerns lay out there. Anything else that you can tell me about this offering with Axis on on this new Access Video hosted service. Did I get that correct?
No, yeah, you got it right. That was pretty much it. I know we only had a few minutes, as far as like 10 minutes I think we have usually, so I didn't want to.
Yep, we're just about breaking it down now. We're hitting the wall here. I just wanted to give you an opportunity. All right, great to see you. All right, and be safe and travel well as you're going throughout the United States. All right, thank you again, Don.
You're welcome. Take care.
Certainly appreciate it.
Bye.
Right.